Maple Street had always been a quiet place. Too quiet, Emma often thought. The kind of neighborhood where nothing strange ever happened. But that changed the night she first heard the whisper. It was exactly 12:07 a.m. when a soft, breathy voice floated through her window, calling her name with chilling clarity. Emma. At first, she sat frozen in her bed, convincing herself it was just the wind slipping between branches. But as the nights passed, the whisper grew stronger, more intentional, like someone standing just outside her room. And every time she looked at the old maple tree, she felt an uneasy pull, as if something, or someone, was waiting beneath its shadow. The street hadn't been the same since the abandoned house on the corner was sold to its new owner, Mr. Hale, a man who rarely appeared during the day. Strange lights flickered in his windows at odd hours, and neighbors whispered that they heard knocks and cries when the world slept. Finally, one cold night, curiosity overcame fear. Emma slipped on her jacket and stepped outside. Her breath fogged the air as she crept toward the tree. The whisper returned, closer than ever. The day after Emma's encounter under the maple tree, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone, or something, had followed her back home. Her dreams were filled with shadows slipping through hallways and a faint tapping sound that always seemed to come from the direction of the old house on the corner. Rumors about the place had spread for years, but now they felt too real to ignore. The most disturbing story was about a locked room on the second floor, sealed for 3 decades, untouched even by previous owners. Some said the room was cursed. Others claimed anyone who tried to enter it disappeared. Emma decided she needed answers. She convinced her best friend, Liam, to sneak with her into Mr. Hale's backyard at dusk. The house loomed above them, its windows black and hollow like watching eyes. As they crept closer, a dim light flickered from the second floor, the locked room. Emma, do you see that? Liam whispered, gripping her arm. Through the cracked, dusty window, they saw movement. A figure, small, pale, drifting across the room, even though Mr. Hale swore no one else lived there. Suddenly, the light vanished. And a soft knock sounded from the inside of the window, as if someone knew they were watching. The next morning, Emma returned to the maple tree, drawn by an instinct she couldn't explain. Something felt buried there, hidden beneath years of silence. When her foot struck a half-rotted wooden box under the roots, her heart stuttered. She knelt, brushing away dirt until she uncovered an old, water-stained diary with the initials AH carved on the cover. Inside, the pages were shaky but readable. They belonged to Ava Hale, Mr. Hale's younger sister who vanished 14 years ago. Emma's hands trembled as she read Ava's entries, each one more unsettling than the last. Ava wrote about the locked room. She wrote about hearing whispers after midnight, the same way Emma did. But the worst entry was the final one, written in frantic strokes. There's someone in the walls. They move when the house sleeps. They come out at 12:07. Emma's blood turned cold. It wasn't just the words, it was the timestamp. 12:07 a.m., the exact moment the whisper first called her name. That night, Emma struggled to sleep. The house felt too quiet, the dark corners too deep. Then she heard it, slow, dragging footsteps in the hallway outside her bedroom. Someone, or something, was moving in her house. Emma couldn't keep the diary a secret any longer. The whispers were growing stronger, and the footsteps in her hallway had returned twice before sunrise. With the diary clutched tightly in her hand, she marched to Mr. Hale's house before dusk. He opened the door slowly, his tired eyes widening the moment he saw the initials AH. "Where did you find that?" he asked, his voice cracking. "Near the maple tree," Emma said. "Your sister was trying to warn someone. She wrote about the locked room. And the whispers." Mr. Hale's face drained of color. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then, barely above a whisper, he replied. "She's not gone, Emma. Ava is still in this house." Before Emma could respond, the lights flickered violently. A cold wind rushed down the hallway. The door to the locked room, which had been bolted shut for decades, creaked open on its own. Emma and Mr. Hale turned toward the sound. Standing in the doorway was a girl with tangled dark hair, skin pale like moonlight, and eyes that glowed with a haunting sadness. A chill crawled down Emma's spine as the girl lifted her hand.